Coming up, a Corbin family shares their powerful COVID-19 story in hopes of saving lives.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYNT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Despite a plateau in COVID-19 cases, we are still seeing the tragic impact of the pandemic. Tonight, a 30-year-old Corbin man was taken off life support after a 2-month-long battle with COVID. His mother now hopes his story reaches anyone who is struggling with the decision to get vaccinated. Grayson Passmore has her desperate plea to all unvaccinated people.
Never thought it would be him.
A seemingly healthy 30-year-old, the father to 2 young children, a hard worker. William Williams called his mom, Paula Melton, in September. He said he tested positive for COVID-19, but told his mom not to worry. He'd be okay.
There's nothing in my life that could ever happen to me that'd be any worse.
2 months after the positive result, and Melton is about to lose her only child.
You know, if you're struggling on the choice to get it, look at what, could happen. This could be you. My son never thought it would be him, but unfortunately it is, and it's not been pleasant.
Melton could never convince her son to get the vaccine. Williams became extremely ill and was eventually put on a ventilator. Now doctors tell Melton those ventilators are the only thing keeping him alive.
My son said, "Mom, it will never happen to me." And then today, that's going to be it. It's going to be over. Then my life will never be the same.
Melton waits outside of UK hospital for the rest of her family, gathering to take her son off life support.
My kid loved me, don't get me wrong, but if these kids love their parents, and please don't put your parents through this. It's awful, it's bad.
Melton tells her son's story and hopes her message will reach anyone not yet vaccinated. According to state COVID data, 15.5% of total cases are people in Williams' age bracket, 30 to 39. That same age group making up a little more than 1% of the total deaths.
I just hope that I reach somebody.
So no family feels the same pain. In Lexington, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
Melton posted on Facebook that her son died tonight after that interview. There are vaccine clinics available in communities across Kentucky. You can find information on where to get the shot over on our website. With Kentucky high school students being ranked #1 in the nation for obesity rates, schools and healthcare workers are trying to turn things around. Dr. Christopher Bowling says obesity goes hand in hand with poverty-stricken areas. If families do not have the resources to buy healthy groceries, they are likely to resort to unhealthier options and fast food. Schools are trying to implement ways to get healthy meals to students every day.
Thanks to all our partners in the school systems who are trying to provide healthy food for kids, sometimes 3 meals a day. We ask a lot of our schools. I think they do a great job. And also a shout out to our health departments who do a lot of good work in this area as well.
Dr. Bowling says kids' eating habits begin with their parents. Even with the help of the schools and health departments, there's only so much they can do. New tonight, state police tell us a Mount Vernon man was arrested on a number of charges, including burglary. The victim says he was at a convenience store in Rockcastle County when a man entered his vehicle and stole several items. The victim later found the man's car at a home in the Roundstone community, where the man came out with a hammer and steel rod threatening the victim. After searching the man's property, Jason P. Northern was arrested. In addition to the robbery charges, he was also caught in possession of drug paraphernalia, pills, and some marijuana plants. A man is in custody after a standoff this morning at a Powell County gas station. The owner of Airport Market in Stanton says the man, later identified as Craig Worm of South Dakota, walked in, asked to buy some cigarettes, and then fired a shot into the ceiling. He then told workers to call police. Officers found the man sitting in his truck at a pump. Police say he threatened to harm himself. He was taken into custody after an hour-long standoff. In Pulaski County, a man is in custody charged with stealing thousands of dollars worth of items from storage units. Deputies identified Timothy Hill and a U-Haul truck through surveillance pictures. During the weekend, deputies say they found Hill and the truck. Deputies were able to recover a missing mower, washer and dryer, dining room set, tools, and a utility trailer, all totaling more than $10,000. Deputies are continuing to investigate other storage unit break-ins. AAA expects holiday travel to bounce back this year and be much busier than last. 698 people have already died on Kentucky roads this year, many because of some form of distracted driving. That's why law enforcement across Kentucky are on high alert the next 6 weeks, looking for people behind the wheel that shouldn't be. Sometimes it's not alcohol or drugs causing a driver to swerve, it's their phone distracting them.
One of the bigger trends we see now is distracted driving. People taking long trips will put their phones up on their dash and put on a movie, and they'll watch their favorite movie or television show while they're traveling down the road at 70, 80 miles an hour.
The 6-week campaign is part of both state and federal highway grants that focus on safety and making sure your holiday season is a happy one. If you have issues with the roads you drive on, now is your chance to make your voices heard. State highway officials in Kentucky are asking for suggestions from you, the drivers who use these roads daily, with an online public survey to find out what changes can be made and what areas are a priority.
We're seeing an increase in pedestrian and bicycle use on our highways, and we want to know what can we do for the public.
People can add their comments by going online to gettheiretogetherkentucky.org. That's gettheiretogetherkentucky.org, and answering the questions. Responses will be gathered until December 6th.
And those roadways running smoothly tonight as we look out at one of our local cameras, Interstate 64 at Moorhead. A calm evening out there. You saw the sunset there. We did have a few of those scattered clouds try to work through during the evening hours, but we remain dry out there. Downtown Whitesburg sitting at 49. Look at that dew point, though, at 48. Those numbers right on top of each other, meaning we're not going to get much lower than 48 tonight. Plus, we're also increasing the moisture content in the air. It was warm out there today, upper 60s. Jackson into Prestonsburg as well. It was 66 Hazard, 65 Pikeville. A little bit cooler where those clouds moved in a little bit faster into the Cumberland Valley, where Middlesboro only got to 58 this afternoon. Out there right now, Irvin's still warm at 62, 61 Somerset, 59 Jackson. Again, cooler in the Cumberland Valley, where Jacksboro already checking in at 41. A few scattered clouds around this evening as we head into the overnight. We should remain dry, though, at least for the next 24 to 36 hours. However, some changes on the way later. After a mild night tonight in those low 50s, partly cloudy skies possible. We'll continue to watch some warmer temperatures, followed by some much cooler temperatures headed our way as we head into the rest of the work week. I'll have those details in just a bit. Steve?
Evan, thank you. State Senator Brandon Smith was at the Big Sandy Regional Airport on Tuesday to share an exciting opportunity he has been privately working on. WYMT's Zach Hawk was there for the announcement and has more on a unique new company for the region.
Big Sandy officials expect to see more takeoffs and touchdowns in Martin County.
Mr. Hamilton and I put a company together called Biofuels, as you see back behind us, with the unique concept of driving technology in those jobs, specifically in the coal fields of eastern Kentucky.
Biofuels is a private tech repair company that will service a critical piece of equipment used in Bitcoin mining called an ASIC. And this small eastern Kentucky repair company landed a contract with a major partner named Bitmain.
Bitmain is the largest cryptocurrency mining company in the world.
This means that Martin County will get 200 new jobs working the service center at the Inez power plant.
You know, in eastern Kentucky, we're really on our own. And the quicker we accept that and get over having our feelings hurt and grab ourselves and pull ourselves up and create our own industry, the better off we're going to be.
Senator Brandon Smith said this privately funded venture could be the start of a new industry in the region.
This is the opportunity, and that's all we can do. This is local people putting their money where their mouth is.
And company officials believe the service center will help create regional growth as more equipment is brought in. In Martin County, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
Senator Smith also shared excitement over future prospects for the growth of the company and the economic impact that it may have on the region. A new project is on the horizon in Pike County focused on returning rehabilitated inmates to the workforce. The project, called Rebuild, is a partnership with the Pike County Detention Center, West Care, Kentucky, and the Pike County Health Department. The ARC-funded program aims to create a new education space and workshop that gives recovering inmates a second chance at learning and preparing for life outside of the cell, inviting potential employers to see past the stigma.
There's a lot of classes and a lot of tools that's in place right now for the incarcerated, but there's nothing when they're released. You know, and one of the things that I want to emphasize on was the reentry of the inmate. You know, and I really believe that this grant gives them the opportunity for success.
The project is one of 5 in Kentucky, announced in a news conference with Governor Beshear this afternoon. He says focusing on recovery to work projects is the best way to mend both issues. A brand new summit is happening on Thursday. The K-Tech apprenticeship program matches high school juniors and seniors with employers to help them get a jump start on their careers. The program is hosting a free virtual summit so students and employers can learn more about how to get involved and possibly hire a student as an apprentice.
You know, we've graduated up to close to 60, 65 kids that's been working while they've been going to high school. And, you know, we have kids, you know, we have students working right now as apprentices, and we're getting ready to bring on a bunch more.
K-Tech partners with companies like ARH and Primary Care. The virtual summit begins at 10 a.m. Thursday morning. You can learn more about K-Tech and the summit on Issues and Answers. We have a link to last night's program on our website. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, the Solarize Hazard campaign is encouraging local businesses and organizations to make the switch to solar power.
And we've got even warmer temperatures on the way for our Wednesday. I'll have the complete breakdown coming up.